Hi, boys and girls, it's Mrs. Luna. Tonight I'm going to be reading you a story, and I have my daughter Isabella here with me. And Isabella would like me to read one of her books that she has. And guess what the name is? My Name Is Not Isabella. So this author who wrote this book is Jennifer Fosbury, and the illustrator who made the pictures is Mike Litwin. So before we get started reading, I do want to say thank you to Scholastic for giving me permission to read this story to you. You ready to get started? All right, here we go, boys and girls. My Name Is Not Isabella. That's your name, though. Good morning, Isabella, the mother said. It's time to get up and out of bed. My name is not Isabella, said the little girl. Then who has been sleeping in my daughter's bed? Asked the mother. I am Sally, the greatest, toughest astronaut who ever was. Boys and girls, do you know who Sally is? Sally Ride was one of the first women from the United States to go into outer space. So she wants to be like Sally Ride. Well, Sally, blast out of bed, put on your spacesuit, and come downstairs for breakfast. Good morning, Sally, the mother said. It's time for breakfast. Pull up a chair. My name is not Sally, the little girl said. Then who will eat this fine breakfast I cooked? Asked the mother. I thought she said her name was Sally. She doesn't want to be Sally Ride. Oh, look who she wants to be now. I'm Annie, the greatest, fastest sharpshooter who ever was. Boys and girls, do you know who she is? Annie Oakley. She was a real famous cowgirl in our history who was a real sharpshooter. She could really shoot far away, right on target. Well, Annie, right on over here and eat up. These are some fine victuals. Every cowgirl needs a proper meal. She has a good imagination, doesn't she, Isabella? Okay, Annie, the mother said. It's time for school. My name is not Annie, said the little girl. Then who will go outside and wait for the bus? Asked the mother. I am Rosa, the greatest, bravest activist who ever was. Now, boys and girls, I'm going to stop for a second and let's see if you can think who she's talking about. Who is a brave activist in our history named Rosa? You know?
Rosa Parks.
Yes, Rosa Parks. Remember, boys and girls, Rosa Parks was a famous civil rights activist when she wanted to fight for her right to sit on the bus. Well, Rosa, march out there and take your seat on the bus. Welcome home, Rosa, the mother said. Did you have a nice day at school? My name is not Rosa, said the little girl. Well, then who will eat these cookies I made while she does her homework? Asked the mother. Let's see who she is now. I am Marie, the greatest, smartest scientist who ever was. Now, boys and girls, if you don't know, Marie Curie is who she's talking about. Marie Curie was a famous woman scientist who did a lot of discoveries. They even have a high school named after her in Chicago. Well, Marie, sit down and discover the answers to your homework, and I will get the cookies. Time for dinner, Marie, the mother said. Come help me set the table. My name is not Marie, said the little girl. Then who will help me set out the dishes for our fine meal? Asked the mother. I wonder who she's going to be now. I am Elizabeth, the greatest, kindest doctor who ever was. Oh, so boys and girls, now she's one of our first women doctors in history, Elizabeth. And I can't remember her name, her last name, but I do know in the back of this book, it does say it. Do you remember?
Elizabeth Blackwell?
Well, let's see if you're right, because on the back it has the name. You are right, Isabella. It is Elizabeth Blackwell. She was the first woman to go to school to become a doctor. Elizabeth Blackwell. Well, Elizabeth, have patience with your mother and use the nice plates, please. Good job knowing your history, Isabella. I forgot her last name. I knew she was one of the first women to go to school to be a doctor. Just couldn't remember her last name. It's almost bedtime, Elizabeth, the mother said. Come upstairs and take your bath. My name is not Elizabeth, said the little girl. Then who will relax in this nice hot bath I have drawn? Asked the mother. I am Mommy, the greatest, sweetest mother who ever was. Well, Mommy, get in the bathtub. I hope you love the bubbles. Wow, she went through a lot of different famous women in history who did a lot of great things. Those are some really great role models, and now she chose Mommy. When the little girl climbed into bed, the mother said, Good night, Mommy. My name is not Mommy, said the little girl. Then who will be sleeping in my daughter's bed tonight? Asked the mother. It's me, Isabella, the sweetest, kindest, smartest, bravest, fastest, toughest, greatest girl that ever was, said the little girl as she fell asleep and dreamed about who she would be tomorrow. And at the end of this book, I really liked a lot because it shows the women who changed the world. And these are all photographs of the women that Isabella pretended to be. These are all really great women in our history, boys and girls, who have done a lot of great things for our history and for our world. And so, just like Isabella in our story, and my daughter Isabella, you can do many great things too. Think of who your role models are and learn much things about them. And remember, your role models can even be right in your very own home. At the end, the little girl said her mommy, Am I your role model? Have a good evening and good night.